Alright guys, let's go ahead and talk about attacking the cover 1 meta. If you are paying attention to Weekend League, a lot of the people that finished 25-0, or even higher, ran majority of a cover 1 type of coverage defense. Most people ran it at $1. I did really well running it at a 236. You can kind of see it in a bunch of different formations, right? The main one going to be $1. But let's go ahead and talk about what you can do. Now, I change up my audibles a little bit when I'm facing somebody that is going to run this as a primary defense. And basically, I'll see it one time, and then I'm going to go straight and change these audibles. So the main formation I like to go to is going to be Y off trio weak. My normal audibles are these right here. You got Saints out, sticking up, 4 verts, PA wide receiver in. Now, I change out the 4 verticals to the play Saints cross. I love that play in combination with PA wide receiver in and sticking up. Those are my main plays to beat this cover 1 defense. So we'll go ahead and I'll just show you the way that this works. Once again, I'm coming out in tight offset tight end just because I want you to see how it works with the full scheme. So cover 1, you'll see something like this, right? Where they're going to put these 2 players in purples, hooks, whatever they want to take away your routes. And then they'll decide whether or not they want to press or not. Now, if they don't press, the first thing you want to do, audible to Saints cross, and you'll see Philip Dorsett over here on this left-hand side. He should beat his guy for an easy one-play touchdown if it's off coverage. The second thing I like to do, I like to put the running back on an option route, and then I'm going to put the B receiver on a zig. With the zig, I'm going to motion him in, and I'm going to block the tight end. Right, so this is how the setup's going to look, and then you're going to motion hike this zig route. But you'll see, this left-hand side, this unbumpable fade, completely glitches out the off-man coverage in a cover 1. So that route right there, and I'm going to show it to you one more time, and it doesn't matter if it's flipped, unflipped, none of that stuff matters. So here you go. Purples, once again, off-man coverage, you're going to go audible Saints cross, set up your routes, and then you can hike the ball. You'll notice, boom, easy one-play touchdown. Phil Dorsett's just going to roast them. And it doesn't matter the corner speed, doesn't matter the receiver speed. Here, I'm going to show it to the other side. So we'll show it to you to N'Keal Harry, who I think has 89 speed, maybe 88. But it doesn't matter. As long as it's off coverage, you'll see that it's going to work. So here we go. Easy one-play touchdown. Corner completely dumbs out. So as long as you see off coverage cover 1, that's a phenomenal play to kill it with. Now, people are going to start trying to counter that. They're going to press shade over the top. So now you're going to look at this alignment right here. So when they do this, you can still audible to the Saints crossplay. But at this point, you're pretty much looking at your other routes. You're going to look to hit the zig and then the running back on his option route. So boom, motion him in. You see, you have the running back on the option, and you'll have that unless they play a hard flat. But go into the instant replay just to show you, even with the overtop coverage, you see that you still have this unbumpable fade. You simply just rack catch it, and you'll be good to go. So it's going to force them to basically force their user to the ISO receiver side. And that's where the other plays come in out of the scheme, right? So you got defense set up once again. Here we're going to come out back to Saints cross. You catch them, overreacting to this. They're going to play hard flats, which will take away our initial setup. They're going to go guard our ISO receiver. As soon as they go guard the ISO receiver, right? So say they're over here on this left-hand side trying to guard him. This will take away the running back's route. It will take away the zig. It's going to take away pretty much everything if they do that adjustment. The problem is once they go guard our ISO receiver. Now we're going to be able to hit them with the wheel route on this backhand side. So we're going to audible back to the gun Y off trio weak, but now we're going to hit the play PA wide receiver in. So when I run this setup, what I like to do is I block the tight end, wheel the running back, and then I like to motion this B receiver in, and instead of putting him on a zig route, I put him on a hitch route, and then I hike the ball, right? So now they're going to make their adjustments, same adjustments they were making. They're going to go guard this ISO receiver because they're tired of giving up the one-play touchdown. And now I'm going to click off and just show you. So, boom, you got the hitch, but now you have the wheel route to this other side of the field over here. You got the one-play touchdown to the left, and you got the one-play touchdown to the right. Does not matter if they press or if they don't press. So, those two plays, if you mix them in, it's going to force your opponent, A, to play hard flats with their zones, which really nobody likes to do. Hard flats don't honestly play anything. They kind of just get in the way. So it's going to force them to do that. You have one-play touchdowns to both sides of the field. And then you also have just other good routes. So say they know what's coming. They've caught onto your little scheme. You can run the play sticking up. You're going to wheel the running back, block the A receiver, and then you're just going to leave this guy motioned in on his fade route. So here you're going to put him on a streak or leave him on his fade, motion him in. So now we're going to go ahead, go back to this. You got purples. You got this guy just trying to guard anything deep, right? You're going to go ahead, hike the ball. You'll be able to have the zig. This route right here gets wide open, as I broke down initially, over the middle of the field. No man coverage is going to be able to guard that. I'll go to the replay just to show you again. You'll see completely pops the man coverage. So you have the post route beating man coverage, you have this underneath route beating man coverage, and then you have the wheel route to the running back, which will beat man coverage once it passes the hook zone, the curl flat, cloud flat, whatever they put him in, right? So they got three routes they have to guard. As long as you have secure pass protectors, they're not going to be able to guard these intermediate routes. You got one right there, one right there. If they're sitting in the middle of the field with their user, they'll have the wheel route by the running back. So ultimately, I use this formation to kill this cover one meta. I know why it's effective. It's essentially the same thing that I do out of the 2-3-6. This honestly, I don't necessarily know if it's better, and I'll break down for the website why I'm not quite sure it's better here maybe next week or so. But ultimately, this is a phenomenal defense. But these are just ways that you can completely counteract it. The other thing to note, right? So if they're pressing, go ahead and press right here. They can make whatever adjustments they want. Say they're going to put 2 purples, leave the 3 rec, right? They're going to try to guard everything deep. This is something that I do a lot. I love this adjustment. But once again, you're not going to be able to guard everything. So you go PA wide receiver in, running back on a wheel route, block the tight end, motion Harry in on a hitch, hike the ball. Now you'll see, boom, wheel route's guarded. I have the hitch, but then you also have this low ball to this backside. This little glitchy route with a low ball is wide open as well. So, like I said, this scheme's just going to give you complete nightmare trying to guard this out of man coverage. The wheel route will get open 99% of the time. It will randomly get bagged, but I'm sure you guys have played enough to realize wheel routes kill man coverage. You have the low ball hitch right here. You can throw that. You have the backside in route. As soon as he breaks, you low ball that. And then you have the wheel route to the running back. As soon as he cuts up field, he'll get over any zone. So just a couple different plays, different setups, I should say, out of the same formation that I wanted to go ahead and break down. That is how I personally am attacking this cover one meta. So hope you guys enjoy. It's a phenomenal way to attack it. And if you have any questions on attacking cover one, you want me to go into a little bit more detail on some other things, just let me know, right? Make sure you are running hitches. Make sure you are running zigs. Make sure you are putting your halfback on option routes. Corner routes are phenomenal. And then the unbump fade, I like getting that one play touchdown. So if people want to sit there in that quote unquote coverage defense and want to force me to try to dink and dunk, I'm going up top. I'm going to force them to get out of it, or at least force their user to play 30 yards off the ball. So that's it. We'll move into the next video now.